Oh, I missed that. Might need some PvE help here with 3 people. Enough stam. Oh, come on, game. Both surviving on 1 HP. You're gonna fog wall, aren't you? Or resummon? Which one? Which one is it? Well, neither. Oh, DC? DC? Good girl. Good girl. So good. You've been such a good girl. And DC. What I love the most is most of the time these people are watching the stream. So it just feels great. Never fuck with the Mage Squad. Mage Squad and Wu-Tang Clan are not to be fucked with. They're both a problem. Okay, good thing he didn't have any HP. Okay, next. Might be a stupid question. What's the difference between how they did Hype Armor in Dark Souls 3 compared to how Hype Armor is in Elden Ring? It didn't seem to get hate in Dark Souls 3. Yeah, there's a big difference. I would say there's two main reasons why it's different, and they're both big reasons. One is the Hype Armor startup, which is probably the biggest well, actually, they're both huge reasons, but Hype Armor startup was slower in Dark Souls 3, which means that you could not reaction trade anything. In Elden Ring, like, you're actually able to trade with stuff on reaction. Like, there was only one Ash of War in Dark Souls 3 that you could reaction trade with, and it was, like, Lorien, Great Sword, like, overhead fire attack. That was like the only attack that you could use on reaction. And it was a pretty mediocre attack, so... It's basically like, I would compare that to like Lion's Claw in Elden Ring. Lion's Claw, you can do it on reaction, just like Storm Assault and all of that, but like the upper armor starts like right away, but that's not an issue because the attack itself is so slow, so telegraphed that it's a non-issue. But when it comes to attacks that start faster, like Spin Slash, like Shunter Crouch, like Storm Assault that's instant, like all this stuff, we didn't have anything in Dark Souls 3 that had that sort of hype armor startup. So that's one big issue. Like the startup is just way too insane in Elden Ring. Then the second reason is breaking the hype armor. The hype armor in Elden Ring is unbreakable. That was not an issue in Elden Ring either. In Dark Souls 3 either. In Dark Souls 3, for instance, you were never going to tank with hype armor, like let's say an R2 attack. So like a two-handed Claymore R2 was never going to get tanked by a Claymore R1. It was never going to get tanked by an Ultra Greatsword R1. So basically, they had a better dynamic and hierarchy of like what stuns what for the hype armor. Basically, the hype armor stunned. You could stun hype armor in Dark Souls 3. In Elden Ring, as you saw in the feedback vid that we sent to FromSoft, the one that we translated in Japanese, hype armor trades with itself infinitely in Elden Ring. That's an issue. That means that like a fight between two players that are using hype armor weapons is basically like a Skyrim fight, because no one ever stuns each other, because the hype armor starts so fast, lasts so long, and then the hype armor doesn't break. So you see the issue? Like, that's a big difference. Like, something like that was not going to happen in Dark Souls 3. And also, Dark Souls 3 handled hype armor differently simply because of the way combos worked. Like, there was a bit of a different dynamic there, but for the most part, because now we have extra defense, which is a good thing on hype armor weapons, it shouldn't matter like too much. But the fact that you can infinitely trade with hype armor weapon is a new issue that we've had in the last patch. Imagine the feet of a basketball player. It must not be pretty though. I mean, professional athletes though, it's understandable. Oh. There's new bishop need to do that. Now though, we need to kill it too. Hit the wall, you scrub. That's some insane connection. Thank God. Fucking light rolled down. And now it's gonna be your turn. It is going to be your turn. Like, if I was from software, I would have given more love to double slash than sword dance. Right? I knew I angled it, but too much. Is it your turn? So there's no downside to Storm Assault if you use it properly. If you use it on prediction, then you open yourself up to problems. Shit players. I was hoping I'd dodge that. The Moon Veil, right? Yeah. Fuck you, dude. Like, this is what I'm talking about. Like, Moonveil is so obnoxious. Like, I can't heal because every time I heal, I'm just gonna get punished from, like, the other end of the map. It just makes the fucking game obnoxious as fuck. I think we have time to heal there. No, we don't. See that? See how fucking dumb that shit game is? Jesus fucking Christ. Like, what a terrible fucking design by fucking idiots. And we got frame trap between the two. Now he doesn't have Moonveil anymore. But we have a blue coming. We have time. Finally, now we can heal. Okay, let's use the PvE since there's 3 of them and we're still in the open. Out of stam, guys. Let's go kill that fucking little shit. Didn't even do that. Doesn't reach that far, you scrub. Alright, feel much better already. Let's kill you now. Wanted to do a running, it didn't allow me. Thank you, game. PvE almost came in to save the day again, dude.